Look around you. This is South Africa, a land of breathtaking beauty and right now a heartbreak of unimaginable scale. We all feel it, don't we? That slow, sinking feeling that something is deeply, deeply wrong. We're told it's just crime, it's just corruption, it's just a failing state. But what if the rot we see is just a symptom? What if, while we're all looking at the smoke, a fire of a completely different kind is being quietly, methodically lit? We've all seen the white trucks. We've seen the banners. We've heard the name whispered with gratitude. Gift of the givers. Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman, the saint in scrubs, the man who steps in where the government has fled. But I need you to come with me on a journey today, a journey beyond the headlines and the hero worship, because what we're about to uncover is a story not of salvation, but of a slow, strategic takeover. This isn't just about charity. This is about a conquest, wrapped in a blanket, delivered with a meal, and aimed directly at the soul of South Africa. Let's start not with the man, but with the vacuum. Picture a white farming family in the Karoo, their land parched, their spirit broken. For generations they've worked this soil, but now the drought isn't just nature, it's policy. They're drowning in red tape, sidelined by a system that sees their skin color as a crime. And then the news reports show Gift of the Givers drilling boreholes, bringing life-giving water. But not to them. The trucks rumble past their gate, heading for villages where, as local trackers have noted, a curious thing happens. Alongside the water comes the word. New mosques sprout where there were none. Communities of Zulu converts, 70% of them in some Mpumalanga projects, become the new beneficiaries, while the family who has been on that land for a century is left with dust and despair. This isn't aid, it's a land claim by stealth. It's the soft rustle of a map being redrawn, one converted soul, one irrigated field at a time. And Dr. Sooliman, he's the master cartographer, born in Durban, an orthopedic surgeon who traded his scalpel for a global mission. He founded Gift of the Givers in 1992, a response to the Bosnian genocide. It sounds noble. It looks noble. They've delivered over R1 billion in aid, saved countless lives from Haiti to Syria. He wears the Order of the Star of South Africa. He's feted by presidents and kings. But listen closely to his own words. From a 2016 interview, "We are building a legacy of service rooted in Islamic principles." Service or subversion? Because when you follow the money and the maps, a pattern emerges that will chill your blood. Look at the KZN riots in 2021. Chaos, fire, looting. And who was there? A beacon of hope, Gift of the Givers, feeding thousands. A miracle, we thought. But dig into their own 2022 transparency report. 65% of their distributions in KZN went to Chatsworth and Overport Indian Muslim strongholds. Meanwhile, white-owned businesses lay in ashes, their pleas for help lost in the noise. Coincidence? Or a calculated decision to consolidate influence where it serves a broader, darker purpose? This purpose has a name. Sooliman calls it humanitarian jihad. He said it himself in a 2014 speech to the World Assembly for Muslim Youth in Cape Town, uniting the Ummah through humanitarian jihad. Let that term sink in. Humanitarian jihad. It's the ultimate Trojan horse. It's the smile that hides the blade. It's the food parcel that comes with a condition, the blanket that carries a scripture. I've spoken to ex-volunteers, their voices trembling, off the record, too afraid to be named. A colored Christian from Athlone told me a story that should shake every one of us to our core. He said, "They fed my family when we had nothing. We were so grateful. But then the questions started. Why don't you pray 5 times a day? Would you like to learn more? He looked me in the eye and said, "It starts with a meal and it ends with a mihrab. It starts with a meal and ends with a mihrab. That is the blueprint." And the tendrils of this network stretch across the globe, right into the heart of our suffering. In 2018, Gift of the Givers partnered with TİKA, the Turkish government's aid agency, to drill boreholes in Mahikeng. Sounds wonderful, until you learn that groups like the Atlantic Council have flagged TİKA for embedding imams in their aid projects across Africa, turning water into a weapon of conversion. This is President Erdogan, neo-Ottoman dream, and Dr. Suleiman is his willing foot soldier here in South Africa. He was knighted by the King of Morocco. He boasts global Muslim Brotherhood links. This is not a lone philanthropist. This is a general in a global army, and the battlefield is South Africa. The evidence is there, in the whispers and the warnings. Their youth programs in Soweto, training thousands of teens in disaster response. A 2022 investigation found they included mandatory iftar sessions during Ramadan, subtly, insidiously shifting Christian and atheist kids towards Islamic observance. In 2020, during COVID, 1.5 million meals were distributed in the Western Cape, but eyewitnesses reported they were bundled with Quranic literature. This is not relief. This is replacement, soft, smiling, and utterly unstoppable if we keep applauding. And who pays for this quiet conquest? A 200 million rands warehouse in Cape Town funded by Saudi donors that doubles as a cultural center, a recruitment ground for a faith that is not native to this soil. Their 2024 partnership with Qatar Charity for Gaza Relief raised 150 million rands from well-meaning South Africans, while investigations whisper that the money finds its way to Hamas-linked schools in the West Bank. Is that the future we're funding for our own children? Charity today, caliphate tomorrow? This is the gut punch, the perspective they don't want you to have. While the ANC's corruption hammers the black majority and a special whispered cruelty is reserved for minorities, colored communities sidelined, Indians caught in crossfire, this so-called charity offers a solution that is itself the final problem. It preys on desperation. It weaponizes generosity. It sees our pain, our inequality, our government's breathtaking failure, and it doesn't see a tragedy to solve. It sees an opportunity to exploit. So I ask you, my fellow South Africans, what now? Do we sit back and allow our nation to be salami sliced away, gift by benevolent gift? Do we let the rainbow nation be rebranded in a single color? Your voice is the alarm bell that can wake a sleeping nation. This channel is our megaphone. If this investigation ignited a fire in your gut, then you cannot stay silent. Like this video. Let the algorithm know that the truth must be heard, from the Platland to the townships. Subscribe and hit that bell, because we are just getting started, and the next expose will shock you even more. Share this. Share it with your uncle in Pretoria who still votes out of habit. Share it with your friend in Cape Town who thinks Gift of the Givers can do no wrong. Make them see the strings attached to the blanket. And I need you to go further. Comment below. Tell me your story. Have you seen this? Have you felt it? Your stories build our army of truth. If you can, join the channel membership for the price of a coffee. A month, you fuel this fight. Or hit super thanks. Your donation isn't just a button, it's a weapon. We are not just exposing a charity. We are fighting for the soul of South Africa. We are amplifying the voices of the marginalized, the forgotten, the sidelined, from the Boer farmer on his last stand to the Xhosa mother who doesn't know the price of the food her children are eating. This is South Africa's fight, and it's a fight we dare not lose. The Ummah has a plan for your land. Don't gift it to them. Rise up. Speak out. Our future begins now.